Good evening, everyone. I'm Naomi Shraybman, a joy activist and laughter coach. In fact, my middle name is Joy. When I was growing up, I used to hate that middle name. But now, since I've come full circle and come back into joy, I've realized the importance of it. So it's up there, Naomi Joy Activist or Naomi Joy Activist, whichever way you want to read it. I'm so happy to see you all here today. I'm so glad that you found time to come and find out more about laughter and joy and what it means to us as Christians. I hope that this session will open up your eyes and open up your hearts to the power of joy and laughter, and that we'll have some fun just laughing together. So how did I get into this whole business of laughter? Well, in fact, it's been a very difficult 2 years. I know all of us have been struggling with COVID over the last 2 years, but my life has become even more crazy because about the same time that COVID started to develop around the world, I found out that I had cancer, which turned my life upside down. There were lots of tears, a lot of anger, a lot of fear, extreme stress, and a whole lot of negative emotion for myself and for my husband. After about 6 months of chemotherapy and fighting and praying and doing everything that we know how to do as good Christians, all the things people were suggesting, try this prayer, try that prayer, try this medicine, try doing this, maybe you shouldn't do this. We realized, me and my husband, that it had been an awful long time since we'd actually laughed or had any kind of relaxation or fun. So where do people normally turn to for help? They ask their friends, or being as we live here in Israel, so a lot of our friends are around the world, I decided to write on Facebook. And I remember writing a post, give us your best ideas, your best comedy links, your best films, what could make us laugh. People started writing and sending and all these different pictures and videos and ideas. And every day, once we got the kids to bed, we'd switch something on and we'd like watch it for a little bit, then sort of look at each other and, are you laughing? No, not really. Should we keep watching it? No, let's not bother. Let's do something else. And we're trying the next one and the next one. And then someone introduced me to Sue Jameson. Sue Jameson is a joy activist from South Africa, and she has introduced me to joy and it's really opened up our eyes and opened up our lives to what it means to have laughter and joy. So it's something that we've drawn upon and something that has turned things upside down for us. So that's why I really want to share it with you, because it's meant so much for us. At the same time, we started to look in the Bible and we started to realize that in the Bible, there's a lot written about joy, especially if you've started to use the Passion Version, which is a newer version of the Bible. The translator of that has used a lot of very positive scriptures, a lot of laughter, a lot of joy in the language that he uses, which is wonderful. So laughter is a tool that I use in my day-to-day life in this battle with cancer. It's a tool that I use in my life as a mother with older kids and younger kids. It helps us work through those tensions and those early morning stresses of getting the kids to school. And even though I'm not 100% cancer free, and in fact, today I started some new treatment, I know that the only way forward is to laugh and to look to God through it all. So on the way to the cancer clinic, on the way to chemotherapy, we've decided to use a little corridor as our corridor of laughter. And it may sound absurd and totally crazy, but it's a little trigger for us. We look at each other, my husband and I, and we say, okay, let's laugh. And we can't always laugh. Sometimes it's just a smile, a little giggle underneath our masks, but it's a decision that we're not going to step into fear. We're going to step into the situation with God, and we know that he is with us and he is for us and he is laughing at our enemies. So laughter we can use to boost our spirits. We can use it to release breakthrough. So I highly recommend it. Whatever difficulties you're in today, whatever you're struggling with, whatever is sort of pushing you and stressing you out, really, joy is a key that can help you combat that, and it can help you come into breakthrough. And it's not an easy decision. I'm sure it wasn't an easy decision for you to join tonight, to sign up for this, because it sounds a little bit threatening, sounds a little bit strange. But I want to encourage you that choosing joy is a courageous decision. So before we get started with some activities and some more information, I'd like to make sure that you have put your smile on today. So what I'd like you to do is to take some pretty ribbon. Sorry, guys, but you're going to have to go with this. Put some nice ribbon across your mouth, and I want you to tie on a beautiful big smile and do a beautiful big bow on the top, like you're wrapping up a Christmas present early. And you can take your hands down, but I want you to keep that smile on. Why is it important to smile? It's important to smile because it spreads joy. On the way to school this morning, I was feeling a bit stressed with the kids and thinking about the treatment that I had to start today. And a mother was walking towards me with her kid, and she had the biggest smile on her face. She had a mask kind of under her chin as normal, but she had a big, big smile. And her kid was just a regular kid walking along a little bit grumpy. And I was just smiling back at her thinking, wow, I've been doing all these joy courses. I want to be smiling like that when I go to take the kids to school in the morning. So smile. When you look around, just smile. Smiles spread, laughter spreads, and it makes us feel happier. And it makes us look so much more beautiful, so better looking. So just look around at the people on the screen this evening. Maybe you know the other people in this group, maybe you don't, but we can smile and we can encourage each other in that way. You know, I think that when God looks at us, he smiles because he created us. If we remember what it says in Genesis, that he created the animals and he said it was good. He created Adam and Eve and said it was good. And I'm sure he had a big smile on his face because he's a good father. When we look at our kids, those of you who have kids or other people's kids just bring us so much joy, even if they're being naughty, even if they've done something that's wound us up. A few minutes pass or half an hour or so, and they can be doing something crazy, something funny, and it just makes us smile. That's what our Father thinks of us when he looks at us. It says in Zephaniah 3:17, the Lord your God is in your midst, a warrior who saves. He will rejoice over you with joy. He will quiet you in his love. He will rejoice over you with shouts of joy. What an amazing scripture. It's a combination of joy and a combination of the warrior. So we can fight our battles, we can keep pushing in for breakthrough, but we can do it with joy. So let's keep that big smile on to the end of our session today. It might feel a little bit unnatural. It might cause some new muscles to start stretching, but it's healthy and it's good for you. So keep it on. By choosing joy today, it doesn't mean that we don't have any difficulties. It doesn't mean that our problems just magically disappear. It means that we are lifting up our eyes and we are looking at God, the one who has given us joy, the one who has put the ability to laugh inside of us. And it means that we are trusting him. Let's look at some of the facts. Studies show that happy people live longer. They're healthier and they're more successful than unhappy people. The Bible supports this in Proverbs 17, verse 22, where it says, a joyful, cheerful heart brings healing to the body and soul. I'm sure lots of us long for healing in relationships, healing in our body, maybe it's something big, something small. It doesn't matter. We need healing. We need to be renewed. And the key to that is to have a joyful and cheerful heart. So what about you? I'd like to see some reactions, like to see what you think about these questions. Who of you has experienced some stress lately? Put up your hand if yes, you've had a bit of stress. I know today's been a bit stressful for me. Most of you, great. Not great that you're having stress, but great that we're all in the same boat. Number 2, do you believe that laughter is good medicine? What do you think about that? Just see a show of hands. Yeah, most of you saying yeah, yeah. And do you laugh enough to get the most from this medicine? What do you think? Yes, no, maybe. Okay, some of you not too sure. So we're going to learn some techniques tonight to be able to laugh some more. I'd like you to check some vital statistics to start off with. I'd like you to check your body for any physical pain, and give it a number from 1 to 10, 1 being that you're feeling amazing, 10 being that you're feeling a lot less than amazing, and write it with a letter P for pain. You can write it just on your notebook if you've got one, a bit of paper or something, or you can put it in the chat box if you're happy to share. And then I'd like you to check your emotions, how you feeling inside. Again, number 1 is that you're feeling amazing, great, your emotions are sky high. 10 is the lowest that you can go, so feeling pretty awful. Write them down because I'd like us to compare later on to see how we're doing. It's not just the Bible that talks about joy and happiness. Dr. Caroline Leaf, who some of you may have heard of, she's written some amazing books, and she's a world-renowned neuroscientist, has discovered in research that a really good belly laugh almost instantaneously reduces levels of stress, hormones, and that laughing will lift your mood, reduce stress, make you feel healthier, help you bond with people, and activate the empathy systems in your brain. Sounds pretty good, doesn't it? So let's give it a go. Are we all still smiling? Have a little look around. Good. Alana, that's a beautiful smile. Laura, great. Wow, all of you have got a beautiful smile on. Really, really good. Let's put our hands on our diaphragm and let's just try to have a little laugh about just anything, something funny and happy that happened today. If you could put your microphones on so we can hear your laughter, because it always helps to do it together. Okay, so let's go 1, 2, 3, and I wonderful, that's really good. You're professionals like this already. If you could put your mute button back on, that's really good. How are you feeling? Could you feel your tummy begin to wobble a bit? You know, it's good for your insides as well. Put up your hand if you felt that that was good to have a little laugh. Yeah, I know it helped me. It made me feel more relaxed. I was speaking to my husband before this session. I said it's like I don't know what the word is in English, maybe an oxymoron or something like that. I was excited about being able to lead this session, but I was feeling stressed about it, leading a session on laughter. But when we start laughing, it reduces that stress and makes us feel good. Let me see. So there's extreme stressful situations, and there's the situations that we have today, which is modern stress. We were designed and created by God with a great survival response, the fight or flight or supernatural strength that comes when something stressful and dangerous is happening. I live in Israel, and one of the things we get used to here, in fact, we had a practice one tonight, is when there's a siren. When there's a siren, you've got 40 seconds to get into a safe place. That can be in the stairwell, that can be if you've got a safe room, shutting the doors, shutting the windows. And when that siren goes off, we can move very quickly. Sometimes when it's a really dangerous situation with rockets coming from Gaza, we have to get all the kids out. We have to get the kids from them. We've got how many kids living at home? 5 kids living at home, older kids, younger kids. We have to wake them up. We have to get them up, carry them out, but we can manage to do it normally within the time because that supernatural strength kicks in. But what about if we're living in constant stress? If we're living in constant stress, the adrenaline and cortisol build up, and it causes a poisoning effect on our body because we don't have the time to de-stress. We live in a heightened level of stress, especially this last year with COVID situation throughout the whole world, added stress of getting ill, stress of meeting with people, stress of being at home when we've had quarantines, and stress of being, shut in at home, a lot of extra stress. And because of this, the body doesn't know how to deal with it, and stress builds up, it accumulates. And stress is one of the leading causes of disease. Stress affects the spirit, soul, and body. It affects our mind, affects our emotions, and it pulls us down. It speaks about this again in Proverbs 17:22. The one whose heart is crushed struggles with sickness and depression. That's the Passion translation, or in the New Living Translation, a broken spirit saps a person's strength. We know that Jesus came to give us life and life to the full. So we need to turn things around and sort it out. If we look at children, children laugh so much more than adults do. You can just switch on a funny movie and my kids will be giggling and chuckling on the sofa. Something silly happens and they're laughing. But adults have been taught to grow up, and we oftentimes teach our children the same. So stop laughing, be quiet, get on with it, grow up, and we push that ability to laugh out. We need to turn things around. God has created us with the ability to laugh, and we need to utilize that to the maximum. People say that life, that cancer, that COVID is no laughing matter. Laughter may not change the situation, but it will change you, and it will change how you look at the situation. People say you have to be happy to laugh, but in fact, no, we can laugh and it will make us happy. So let's do a little bit of laughing. We've had one little go, and I think it's about time to try some more. There's a few rules before we start. We don't laugh at anyone. We laugh together. We're all in it together. We all want to learn how to laugh more. So we're going to experiment and have some fun this evening. Even if we fake it, even if it's not real laugh, even if we don't really feel that something's funny this evening, just try anyway. It's still good for us. The body doesn't know the difference. The best laughter is laughter that comes from your belly. That might sound a little bit threatening for you at this first session, but don't worry, just try it. You'll get used to it and you'll get better. When we laugh, it's great to keep eye contact. I know it's a little bit different because we're on Zoom. Look around, look at the different screens, put your computer on gallery shot, I think it's called, so that you can see everybody and just laugh together with the other people who are trying as well. It might be pushing at your comfort zone, at your things that you like to do, don't like to do, but try it. Don't feel like laughing this evening, try it anyway. You think it looks a bit silly, don't worry about it, just laugh. Laughter is a powerful weapon, and if stress is killing us, we need to use this weapon to deal with it. We're going to laugh intentionally. We're going to laugh deliberately and strategically. It's not something that happens by chance. We're going to choose to laugh tonight. And we all know about the law of sowing and reaping. What you sow is, if you sow, then you will reap, and you will reap more than you sow. So if you try your best this evening, I'm sure you're going to reap a lot of benefits. So let's begin with 3 warm-ups. I'd like you to switch your microphones on again, because I want us to feel like we're all together in one room. Unfortunately, we can't be. Has everyone got? Yep, wonderful. So we're going to start off with something that's called the International Laughter Chorus. And it goes something like this. God is good. God is good. Yay. It might sound a little bit silly. It might sound a little bit funny, but it's truth and it's great. So when we do it, there's a couple of things that you need to know. We do it twice. Everyone has to join in, and we do it during the session, and we do it with as much enthusiasm as we can. And one thing I want to point out, when we have our arms up and we're going, yay, it's like the victory sign. So whatever the devil is trying to use tonight to drag you down, whatever negative things happen today and you're feeling a bit tired or a bit not in the right mood, just think of that V and think of the victory that you're proclaiming with your laughter. So let's have a go again. God is good. God is good. Yay. God is good. God is good. Yay. That was wonderful. Good. We're starting to warm up. If you like sport, you know that you have to start with a warm up and then you get onto the really serious hardcore activities. So this is the warm up. The second one we're going to do is something called the pump. It's kind of good that it's coming up for Christmas, because at Christmas we think about Father Christmas going ho, ho, ho. And we're going to do a bit of ho, ho, ho in tonight. So we need to push down. The push down is a ho, ho, and then we push out, ha, ha. And yes, it does look a bit silly. It's a bit crazy, but go for it. It's funny. ho,
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 ha,
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 ho,
ha,
ho, ha, ha,
ho,
ha. Great. Very good.
Good.
Very good. Yay.
Yay.
Very
Very
good.
good.
Very good.
Good.
Yay.
Yay.
And the third one. We're going to do is called power clapping. Power clapping has the ho ho and ha ha element, but it's slightly different, slightly more complicated with a bit of clapping. So it goes like this: ho ho, ha ha ha, ho ho, ha ha ha. You ready? Let's try it together. 1, 2, 3. Ho
Ho,
ho, ha ha ha, ho ho, ha ha ha. Oh,
ho,
oh,
ha,
oh,
ha,
oh, oh. Really good. You're doing great, guys. Well done. So maybe you're feeling a little bit warmer. Maybe you're feeling a bit more relaxed. These exercises are very simple. Now we're going to move on to some more hardcore exercises, and I have some flashcards to help you know what's happening. So don't worry. I'll just go through them quickly, and we will then go through them with you all laughing and joining. Okay, first of all, we have the greeting, which is going to be just waving your hands and laughing. After that, we'll have some crying with laughter, I think, just a little bit of crying there, or crying that this is so crazy, but you're having fun. Then we'll have some laughter pills. So I want you to pretend to pop the pills and to have some fun doing it, some laughter doing it. Next, we're going to put on some oil of joy. Rub it in wherever you feel you need a bit more joy. Then we're going to use some mental floss. You need to use both hands to clear out your brain from all that negative thinking, something that Caroline Leaf also talks about. Then we're going to do some appreciation, some encouraging one another with some thumbs up that we're all doing really well this evening. The next one is cell phones. Cell phones very good for people who are a little bit shy about laughing, and you can pretend you've got a phone and you can laugh into it. I was teaching it to my daughter the other day, and she looked at me and she was like, "That doesn't look like a phone, that looks like a banana." I've never actually seen one of those old-fashioned phones. Phones really don't look like that today. And the next one is we're going to laugh for breakthrough, and we're just going to lift up our hands or whatever you feel like doing, just to laugh for breakthrough in each of our lives. And then we're going to throw some laughter bombs. Bombs bring breakthrough. Just throw them at whoever you want and wherever you want. And then the last one, something that's important for me, and I'm sure for many of you, we're going to just laugh for healing. Okay, so let's go for it. It's enough explanation. Put your microphones on, please. And we're going to have a nice big laugh. So let's do some hello laughter. Wonderful. Put your mute buttons on again. It's wonderful. I don't like stopping you, but you are doing so well. Really, really good. I'd like you to check yourselves a little bit and go back to those statistics that we did nearer to the beginning about your emotional number and your pain number, and just note it down either in the chat box or write it down on a piece of paper and see if there's any improvement. We'll come back to that hopefully at the end if we have time. just to see if anything's changed. I know personally I'm feeling a little bit kind of looser, more relaxed, more happy. Just put up your hand if you've noticed that anything's changed for the better. Yeah, quite a few of you. Very good. Very good. Those of you who not yet, maybe we need to push it a little bit more, but you're doing really, really well. Okay, before we close, I want to leave you with a few key foundations of joy, things that you can implement in your lives, which will bring change, breakthrough, and greater peace. So the first one is to work on your thought life. What were you thinking about when you woke up this morning? What are the first thoughts that come into your head? The happiness of your life depends on the quality of your thoughts. So it's up to you. What are you thinking about? What are you feeding yourself on? What are you listening to? What are you watching? It says in Philippians 4 verse 8, keep your thoughts continually fixed on all that is authentic and real, honorable and admirable, beautiful and respectful, pure and holy, merciful and kind, and fasten your thoughts on every glorious work of God, praising him always. I love this, the way it's translated in the Passion Version, about fastening your thoughts, like clipping them in, like attaching them to all the glorious things that God's done. Okay, maybe I'm not healed yet. Okay, maybe COVID hasn't disappeared yet. Okay, maybe we're having these problems or those problems, but we can fasten ourselves and our thoughts and our gaze upon God, who is the one who knows how to overcome, and he's doing a glorious work. Watch your words. Words can kill and words can bring life. There is the power in our tongue, whether we curse or whether we bless. And if you say something that was wrong, something you slipped up, you let a word out, you shouted at the kids instead of encouraging them, then move into the next area, which is to move in forgiveness. Forgiveness helps us to feel lighter and freer. Anything little that happens, anything that rocks your boat. Today I went for some new treatment, had to have this like needle port thing connected, which is unpleasant. Our regular nurse said, would you let I have a student who's learning how to do it. I said, has he done it before? She said, yes, it's not his first time. He tried to attach this thing and he did it wrong. I was upset anyway, but we left the hospital and I just said, God, I forgive that guy. I just bless him. I just pray that he will be successful in all he wants to do. And I release to him forgiveness. Why? Because I don't want anything building up inside of me. Be thankful. Show your gratitude for even the smallest things. Just make a note of it. Find time to play. When our kids are laughing, sometimes I'm like, oh, we need to get out. And then I'm like, no, I'm just going to join in and laugh with them. I love it if they want to come and laugh with me. And so I'm going to join in and laugh with them. When my son says, come and watch this funny cartoon with me, maybe I haven't got time to do it, but I try to find the time just to sit down and have a giggle with him. Even if for me it's not funny, just to laugh at the fact that he's laughing. Celebrate life and take your laughter medicine, whatever it is, whatever you can manage. And the foundation of everything is love. So stand on love. Do whatever it is you can do to make laughter and joy your daily habit. Put it on Post-it notes. I have these Post-it notes that I have by my mirror. Happy new day, smile, laugh, joy. Enjoy today, seize the day. Just things that have spoken to me. Enjoy today, seize, this is the seize today one, sorry. This one is courageous joy. I love that combination of courageous and joy. When you're out in the shops, put up your hand if you like shopping. I love shopping and I love looking for things that have something connected to happiness, joy, laughing. So I got this t-shirt with happiness on. It reminds me to keep being happy. I ordered this cushion for our bedroom, which has the lovely words happy, because it's just little things that could trigger and can remind us to keep being positive and being happy. So let's finish tonight with the last laugh. Afterwards, if you have questions, you're welcome to stay on, but I want to try and finish on time. So if you'd like to unmute your videos, please. And we're going to go out. Let me find 4 little cards. I want us to go out with a laughter to celebrate this first laughter session that we've successfully gone through together. Then we're going to laugh to give ourselves a bit of love, give ourselves a hug and a laugh. a little bit of a thumbs up laughter just to say to everyone, just pointed at everyone here just to say thank you for their laughter tonight. And a goodbye laughter. If you need to go, just wave and blow us a kiss or say bye. And if you want to stay on for questions, you're very welcome. So 3, 2, 1. Woo, celebration. Well done, everyone. You've done really well. And of course, very good. Very good. Very good. Very good. Yay. Bye, everyone. Thank you for coming this evening. You're very welcome to join up with us and laugh again sometime soon. Bye-bye.